Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Internet Money, and I'm coming at you with another market analysis for Sunday, July 14th, 2024. Just to start this off, I want to start off with kind of what happened last week. Um, Before we lead into what to look forward to this week, looks like the S&P 500 and Nasdaq closed at record highs. That's no coincidence, of course. Inflation shows signs of cooling. I think that the I think that if this week had a word, it would probably be cooling. We're very chill, very chill. So it looks like we had inflation showing signs of cooling with CPI at 3%, which was the lowest since March 2021. However, the PPI rose 2.6% in June, which was kind of higher than what analysts were expecting. CPI, or the Consumer Price Index, if you don't know, is the measures of changes in the price of goods and services purchased by consumers, me and you. The PPI, on the other hand, is the Producer Price Index, which tracks the changes in selling prices received by domestic producers, i.e., like your WalMarts or your Walgreens, etc., etc. What are they selling the prices for? So before I even get into before I even get into kind of this Fed cut and the Fed cut business, I kind of want to go into a little bit more signals of cooling. It looks like the labor market also was cooling with an unemployment rate of about 4.1%. Not really sure what analysts were expecting there, but that is that is kind of extremely high. I think, in my opinion, when I've ever thought about the unemployment rate, I think anything over 4% is kind of like recession territory, in my opinion. But some unemployment is normal, but high rates could just have detrimental effects on society, on our economy, on the society in general. Like not only on individuals but families. It could affect you both financially, mentally, physically. I mean, you know how it is to not have any money. So, or maybe you don't. So, also, what happened this week was banks kicked off earnings with mixed results. Looks like J.P. Morgan Chase and Wells Fargo reported lower profits, while Citigroup profit rose 10% year over year. I think one of these guys had a Visa merger somewhere down the line, so that could have saved somebody's ass. I'm not sure, but that was very interesting. It was an interesting point to me because as the high interest rates remain high, the key challenge for banks is really uh, that profit or those fundamentals there. So that kind of puts another focus on the potential Fed rate cuts. Just the mixed results raise concerns as with these banks just showing that the signs of just more signs of cooling from the economy with the banks as well. The moderating in inflation may support the Fed cutting interest rates soon. And why is the Fed cutting interest rates important to you and me? Well, for the average person, as it affects borrowing costs for mortgages, car loans, and credit cards, etc., etc., it actually stimulates the economy uh, with growth. So now that we've got a chance to kind of look at what happened last week, I kind of want to go into the charts really quick. Got to give me a minute here. Got to get right with my top-down analysis. All right. So it looks like for the week we had a low of about 554.19. We had a high of about 563.67. Pretty solid. We closed green for the week. No surprise there. Actually, the market is doing pretty good. Um, just gonna break into some of this stuff here. As you can see, I do have a weekly support plotted down here, and that's gonna be in that 555 area, so about 555 to 5550. Kind of was a key area of support. And I'm just gonna show you it on a daily. I'm using the 4 hour, but some people do use the daily time frame, just like the 4 hour. Gives you a little bit more data, in my opinion. But boom, here we are. So Monday, it looks like we just played around with this weekly support area. We did the same on Tuesday. Kind of got a confirmation that this was a weekly support area that we were planning to play. That was in play. Wednesday actually did really well. We ended up getting up to 560s in that area before a sell-off with some actually amazing news from Thursday. The news from Thursday was the CPI and PPI. I believe that was the cooling. And typically that's very bullish news because if the CPI and the PPI are cooling, that strengthens the base case for the Fed to cut in September. So this day was kind of odd. I think a lot of people lost money this day just because it was a bullish report and we sold off back into that weekly support level of 555. Not bad, just in my opinion, it's really random, but that's the best opportunity for buys. So because it doesn't have any, to me, it just doesn't have any, it doesn't make any sense. So when I see things like that, that's like barbecue chicken, you know. You take that right back up. So what happens Friday? Lo and behold, we get bank earnings. Bank earnings are kind of mixed, but we do come back and retest that 560 area. Not even only that 560 area. It looks like we got back up to that 563 area and closed at 55975 for the week. So that's kind of like the weekly recap right there.